The Trojan War. A story for beginners. Adapted for A1 English learners. Introduction. This book tells the story of the Trojan War in easy English. You will learn new words, read short texts, and enjoy a great adventure. Read slowly. Use the pictures. Try to learn 5 new words in each chapter. Use a dictionary, preferably a monolingual one, that is, one that brings definitions in English, not translations. That helps with your vocabulary. Think of the use of monolingual dictionaries as a guessing game. That helps with your reasoning in English. Our objective here is 1. Have fun. 2. Expand your vocabulary. 3. Expand your grammar repertoire. Chapter 1. The Golden Apple. Once upon a time there was a wedding on Mount Olympus. All the gods were happy, but one goddess was not invited. Her name was Eris, the goddess of discord. Eris was angry. She had a golden apple. On the apple it said, "For the most beautiful." She threw the apple in the middle of the wedding. 3 goddesses wanted the apple: Aphrodite, Hera, and Athena. They asked Zeus, the king of the gods, to choose. But Zeus did not want to decide. He sent them to a young prince named Paris, from the city of Troy. Paris was handsome. The goddesses visited him and gave him gifts. Hera said, "I give you power." Athena said, "I give you wisdom." Aphrodite said, "I give you the most beautiful woman in the world." Paris chose Aphrodite, but the most beautiful woman was Helen, and she was already married to King Menelaus of Sparta. Comprehension check. Chapter 1. The Golden Apple. 1. Who was not invited to the wedding? A. Aphrodite. B. Hera. C. Athena. D. Eris. 2. What was written on the golden apple? A. For the king. B. For the most beautiful. C. For the smartest. D. For the strongest. 3. Who had to choose the most beautiful goddess? A. Menelaus. B. Zeus. C. Paris. D. Achilles. 4. What did Aphrodite promise to Paris? A. Long life. B. The most beautiful woman. C. A powerful army. D. A strong kingdom. 5. Who was the most beautiful woman? A. Athena. B. Helen. C. Hera. D. Eris. 1. Who was not invited to the wedding? Answer: D. Eris. 2. What was written on the golden apple? Answer: B. For the most beautiful. 3. Who had to choose the most beautiful goddess? Answer: C. Paris. 4. What did Aphrodite promise to Paris? Answer: B. The most beautiful woman. 5. Who was the most beautiful woman? Answer: B. Helen. Chapter 2. Helen and Paris. Paris, the prince of Troy, now had a promise from Aphrodite. She said he would have the most beautiful woman in the world. The woman was Helen. Helen lived in Sparta in Greece. She was married to King Menelaus. One night, Paris took Helen to Troy. They left Greece secretly. When Menelaus woke up, Helen was gone. He was very angry. He asked his brother, King Agamemnon, to help him. Together, they called many Greek kings and warriors to bring Helen back. This was the beginning of the Trojan War. Comprehension check. Chapter 2. Helen and Paris. True or false? 1. Helen was the queen of Troy. True or false? 2. Paris was the prince of Troy. True or false? 3. Helen was married to King Menelaus. True or false? 4. Paris and Helen left Sparta with the king's permission. True or false? 5. The Greeks wanted to bring Helen back. Comprehension check. Chapter 2. Helen and Paris. Answer. 1. Helen was the queen of Troy. False. 2. Paris was the prince of Troy. True. 3. Helen was married to King Menelaus. True. 4. Paris and Helen left Sparta with the king's permission. False. 5. The Greeks wanted to bring Helen back. True. Chapter 3. The Greek army. King Menelaus was very angry. His wife Helen was in Troy. He wanted her back. He asked his brother, King Agamemnon, for help. Agamemnon was a strong king. He sent messages to other kings in Greece. Many kings and warriors joined him. The most famous warrior was Achilles. He was young, strong, and very brave. His mother, Thetis, told him not to fight, but Achilles wanted glory. Another famous man was Odysseus. He was smart and full of ideas. The Greek army built many ships. They sailed across the sea to Troy. Comprehension check. Chapter 3. The Greek army. 1. Why was King Menelaus angry? A. His brother was in Troy. B. His wife was in Troy. C. His army was weak. D. His ships were lost. 2. Who was King Menelaus's brother? A. Paris. B. Odysseus. C. Agamemnon. D. Achilles. 3. Who was the bravest warrior in the Greek army? A. Odysseus. B. Agamemnon. C. Achilles. D. Menelaus. 4. What was Odysseus famous for? A. His strength. B. His wisdom and ideas. C. His anger. D. His power as a king. 5. How did the Greek army go to Troy? A. By horses. B. By chariots. C. By ships. D. By foot. Comprehension check. Chapter 3. The Greek army. Answers. 1. Why was King Menelaus angry? Answer: B. His wife was in Troy. 2. Who was King Menelaus's brother? Answer: C. Agamemnon. 3. Who was the bravest warrior in the Greek army? C. Achilles. 4. What was Odysseus famous for? B. His wisdom and ideas. 5. How did the Greek army go to Troy? C. By ships. Chapter 4. Achilles and Hector. The Greek army fought for many years in Troy. The battles were long and hard. The best Greek warrior was Achilles. He was very strong and very fast. The Trojans were afraid of him. The best Trojan warrior was Hector, the prince of Troy. He was brave and loved his city. He fought to protect his people. One day, Achilles and Hector met outside the walls of Troy. They fought in a great duel. The fight was fierce. In the end, Achilles killed Hector. The Trojans cried for their hero. Hector's death was very sad for the city of Troy. Comprehension check. Chapter 4. Achilles and Hector. True or false? 1. The Greek army fought for many days. True or false? 2. Achilles was the best Greek warrior. True or false? 3. Hector was a prince of Troy. True or false? 4. Achilles and Hector fought a duel. True or false? 5. Hector won the fight against Achilles. Comprehension check. Chapter 4. Achilles and Hector. Answers: 1. The Greek army fought for many days. False. 2. Achilles was the best Greek warrior. True. 3. Hector was a prince of Troy. True. 4. Achilles and Hector fought a duel. True. 5. Hector won the fight against Achilles. False. Chapter 5. The Trojan Horse. The war between the Greeks and the Trojans lasted for 10 years. The Greeks could not enter the city of Troy. The walls were too strong. One day Odysseus had an idea. He said, "We will build a big wooden horse." The horse was huge and empty inside. Many Greek soldiers hid inside the horse. The other Greeks burned their tents and sailed away. Only the horse stayed on the beach. The Trojans found the horse. They thought it was a gift. They pulled the horse inside the city walls. At night, when the Trojans were asleep, the Greek soldiers came out of the horse. They opened the gates of Troy. The Greek army returned, and the city was attacked. Comprehension check. Chapter 5. The Trojan Horse. 1. How long did the war last before the wooden horse? A. 1 year. B. 5 years. C. 10 years. D. 20 years. 2. Why could the Greeks not enter Troy? A. The walls were too strong. B. The Trojans were too strong. C. They had no ships. D. They had no leaders. 3. Who had the idea of the wooden horse? A. Achilles. B. Hector. C. Odysseus. D. Menelaus. 4. What did the Trojans think the horse was? A. A trap. B. A god. C. A gift. D. A wall. 5. What happened at night after the horse entered Troy? A. The Trojans destroyed the horse. B. The soldiers came out and opened the gates. C. The Greeks left forever. D. Helen returned to Sparta. Comprehension check. Chapter 5. The Trojan Horse. Answer. 1. How long did the war last before the wooden horse? Answer. C. 10 years. 2. Why could the Greeks not enter Troy? A. The walls were too strong. 3. Who had the idea of the wooden horse? C. Odysseus. 4. What did the Trojans think the horse was? C. A gift. 5. What happened at night after the horse entered Troy? B. The soldiers came out and opened the gates. Chapter 6. Troy falls. At night, the Greek soldiers came out of the wooden horse. They opened the gates of Troy. The Greek army entered the city. The Trojans were asleep. They woke up in fear. The Greeks attacked with fire and swords. The city of Troy was full of flames. The people cried. The walls and houses fell. King Priam, the old king of Troy, was killed. The heroes of Troy were gone. At last, the Greeks took Helen and sailed back to Greece. The long war was over and Troy was destroyed. Comprehension check. Chapter 6. Troy falls. True or false? 1. The Greeks came out of the horse at night. True or false? 2. The Trojans were asleep when the Greeks entered the city. True or false? 3. The city of Troy was safe from fire. True or false? 4. King Priam survived the attack. True or false? 5. The Greeks took Helen back to Greece. Comprehension check. Chapter 6. Troy falls. Answers. 1. The Greeks came out of the horse at night. True. 2. The Trojans were asleep when the Greeks entered the city. True. 3. The city of Troy was safe from fire. False. 4. King Priam survived the attack. False. 5. The Greeks took Helen back to Greece. True.